But it's like, once you hit that amount of money, you lose your right to vote. Because you can always get your right to vote back again. Just don't have that much money.
That's funny.
Because you've already succeeded in the old paradigm. Now you have to come back and succeed in the new one.
Yeah, it's like, at that much money, you literally don't really have to care about laws. Like, your opinion honestly doesn't really matter. You're rich. We don't fucking care what you have to say, honestly. Fuck off. Go be rich.
Let's talk about Amazon. And
exactly, yeah, Jeff Bezos, go fuck off. We don't care.
But he provided a wonderful service, so we agree to that, right?
He provides a service at the cost of human life, essentially, but yeah. I will agree that it is wonderful.
Yeah. What's the cost that you think of?
People are treated as machines and expected to run and work as machines, timed essentially to the maximum level of efficiency that humans can possibly work at in that environment, and if they fall short of that, they get, negative consequences.
Right, and so they have invested resources in determining what is like the most work output they could get out of an individual.
Yeah,
no doubt. But they are also, in order to keep their business running, they have to compete with other jobs around them, and the pay needs to be appropriate. Like, no one is forced to stay in a job. How do you think they
Yes, no, yes. Some people, yeah, you're not forced by the 9mm fucking pistol to their head, but they're forced by the fact that they can't take time off. They can't take the 2 weeks, even if they had another job lined up ready to go. They can't take those 2 weeks to wait for a paycheck.
Right, so you say that people just get caught in that job.
Right. They literally can't get out because they cannot afford the 2-week gap without a paycheck. Or they work so much or work such hours in that job they can't get another job started.
I guess the best case scenario, I guess, is to not perform to their expectations, to be fired, to then get unemployment, to then find another job, right? That's the path out?
No, you can't be fired and collect unemployment.
Really?
You have to be laid off or furloughed.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can't, make that happen.
That would be tough.
Yeah, those are the only ways you get unemployment. Being fired or quitting doesn't qualify you. Yeah, it's only for people who are laid off or furloughed due to company seizures or foreclosures or bankruptcies and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's to protect those people whose fault it wasn't of their own that got them in that position. That's what unemployment's for. It's not for someone who's in between jobs.
Yeah, and I guess so. What will end up happening in the long run would probably be if Amazon is just that hole of I shouldn't have been in here to begin with. That should catch word, and they would have to change in order to remain relevant.
I mean, they would have to automate that business.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. They're working on it.
Yeah, I mean, but the issue is that jobs are an important thing in the economy, unfortunately.
Yeah, but at a certain point, it's going to become way more profitable to just have the robots and not have people.
Yeah.
Right, and do you think that'll be a good thing, that they'll make Amazon more of a service and less of a cost, or...?
I think in the vacuum world in which friction doesn't exist and air resistance isn't a thing, yes. But in a world where our government can't even respond properly to current situations, I have faith that they'll be able to cast a wide enough net to catch anybody really who falls in the gaps of being replaced by a robot.
Right.
You can't expect coal miners and truck drivers to be computer engineers and robot designers. That's just not a thing that happens.
Oh yeah.
Some of them will, sure. Fuck yeah, they're great. All of them are, but some of that's all they know. That's all they've been doing.
Yeah.
It's their life, and you're gonna replace it with a truck that drives itself because it's cheaper and safer.
Yeah, the trucking business is a really good example. Like the average age of that industry has just been going up every year.
Yeah, you get some old fuckers in there, and they're not gonna go to school and learn new skills.
We'll just decrease the age of retirement. The people that are just kind of too far in their lives to go and learn a new career. Maybe it's 50. Hey.
Yeah, but what about the people who had to work there? Who had to work all the way till they were 65 to get their retirement? Because that was the law. Now you've pissed them off.
I mean, sucks to suck. I mean, when they made disability, it sucks for all the people who worked till they were 70,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should never have free college, because I had to pay that bill.
Exactly.
See how arrogant that is?
Oh, that's we can't divert the trolley because it's unfair to the people it already killed on the track.
Yeah, so I don't think that probably won't be what prevents us from moving in that direction, but robots are going to change a lot of things. I'm I expect the work week will be affected, like, first. Like, the 40-hour work week it's kind of an American thing.
Yeah.
If you look at a lot of other countries' average hours worked a week, America is definitely on the higher side. There's some 26 hours, there's some 30 hours, and 32, 35. America is like 38 or something like that. Don't quote me.
Just kind of bringing it back a little bit about the idea of potentially closing off entrepreneurial pursuits or capping entrepreneurial pursuits. I think that for so much of humanity, the paradigm that we've operated under is the acclamation of like particular resources like water, food, and shelter. For so long, those three things have been like the cornerstones of like success. And I think for so long we've just been so used to just doing that. And so much of our society is lagged because a large percentage of the population struggles to maintain those three things. And I think the argument is if we could mitigate that, we could see, society excel in some of the more luxurious parts of life that we now find ourselves occupying. Like we're definitely occupying this sphere of like entertainment and art much more.
Should we have more people there? We should have more people in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, I think it would be great. Those are the spheres that people mainly occupy once they've already, finished their, accumulation of the first three things. I mean, people have their passions and the things that they do that are specific to them, but when it comes to enrichment of the experience, it's sharing experiences with other human beings, but it's also taking in what other people have, and a lot of that is music and art and,
Yeah.
I would like to see humanity move to a realm where those are the things that occupy our time and space way more than anything. I mean, we just spend so much time worrying about oil and water, and it's ridiculous. I think those are logistical issues that when given enough scrutiny and with enough fairness, that can be figured out relatively simply.